I'm Grant Owens, and you're tuned into We Found New Music. I'm joined by WAFIA here. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me, Grant.
Thank you for performing 83 Days for us, one of your more recent singles. But just a week ago, you released a single with Louis the Child,
Yes.
and that is Better Not. It's already at over 2 million plays. It's becoming a big favorite for everybody. What was it like working with Louis the Child on this track?
Super easy. It's like in the past, sometimes I work with people online before I actually get to meet them. But in this case, I had known Robbie from Louis the Child and Freddie a few times. I'd seen them around in LA. And so working with them was super easy. We got it all done in a day, with the writing and recording. And the turnaround was really quick. We only wrote it this year, which is pretty recent.
Sure.
And sometimes it takes a year for songs to come out. But in this case, the turnaround was really quick. And it's been really exciting to be able to react to it while other people react to it and hear it for the first time. It's still pretty fresh and new to us, so we're still really excited about it.
Absolutely. And you had a chance to perform that song at Coachella this year. What was that experience like?
Oh, amazing. It's easily the biggest crowd I've ever performed to. And their crowd was really nice and kind, and I'd never done anything to an EDM sort of thing before, so It was really fun to just sort of hop into their world for a night.
Yeah, and just hang out with Louis the Child and just be in that kind of presence where you get to perform this new single, which is reacting well and in front of a huge crowd. What a great opportunity. And was that your first time at Coachella?
Yeah, it was.
Did you have fun?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I kind of only just went in when I really needed to be because the dust was a bit much. But it was, really overwhelming and amazing that many people can agree to be at the same place at one time.
Right. But it's a pretty groundbreaking festival. It's kind of one of those festivals where people bring out artists to feature on a track for the first time, just like that. And you were part of that legacy of Coachella. Did you have a chance to see any acts and while you were at Coachella that you enjoyed?
It was only just in passing. I saw Ariana Grande get up with Kygo and sing her new song, and I love that song.
So good.
So I ran so fast just to see it. That to me was the highlight. But otherwise, I didn't really catch a lot of music, honestly, because I think it was, I want to say I was nervous, but I wasn't. But I think it was just just didn't want to be around the dust and around that.
The desert can be pretty tough, especially if you're planning to sing. So on the topic of collaborations, do you have any future collaborations you're excited about?
I think honestly it's my upcoming stuff as having people jump on and feature on my stuff for a change, or even just the producers that I'm working with and the songwriters. That to me, unlike a larger body of work of my own, that's probably the collaboration I'm excited for the most.
Great. You performed 83 Days for us today. You want to tell a little bit about what that's about? Yeah,
so I wrote that song when somebody that I loved had essentially walked out of my life, and I'd just seen all the things of theirs scattered around a place that was once ours, and the way they left their shoes by the door, or just those things were missing, and I just wanted to write a song about missing that, and it was exactly 83 days the day we wrote it, so it just felt like the most honest thing I could do is just to be really blunt about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The first single you dropped a few years ago was a cover of Mario's "Let Me Love You," which you still perform to this day. Why do you feel you chose to release a cover as your first song, and what opportunities came from that first release for you?
Everything.
Yeah.
Literally everything. I decided to release a cover because my originals weren't where I wanted them to be yet, and I didn't have the infrastructure as an artist. And I wanted to release a cover because I felt like I had seen other artists do that before, like Chet Faker became really popular for his cover of No Diggity, and I think I was really inspired by that. And I needed management. I wasn't seeking out a label or anything per se, but I just knew I needed to find management, and I wanted to find, like, I was being approached by other managers within Australia, but I wanted to find something potentially outside, and I was looking for a gut feeling. And so I released that song, and yeah, you found me on the back of that song.
Yeah.
So
Me and Chris Danks with Hilly
yeah,
Dilly,
that's
because we
right.
were working closely for about a year.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, like, I found my management on the back
Mm-hmm.
of that song.
You found the right audience,
Mm-hmm.
the right group of people to support you, I think.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
Yeah, it is. It was.
So you're currently here in LA.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing? You're working on some new music and
Yeah, a lot of new music. I don't know, like, how it's going to be, like, how I'm going to put it out yet. I don't want to say anything because I'm not, like, set on anything yet. But, like, I'm really excited about what I'm writing. I think it's the most, like, honest stuff I've done yet.
Great. Yeah, well, we can't wait to hear new music. Obviously, we've been supporting you from day one, and we've really been enjoying all your solo shows.
Thank you.
Are you still doing stuff with Taku? Like, you were touring a lot with him.
Yeah, we released an EP together, so
Yeah.
it kind of gave us, like, a purpose to tour together for as long as we did. But he's, like, very much focused on his photography and
Oh, wow.
and family right now. He's just the kind of guy that does everything. And so if the opportunity comes for us to work together and tour again, I think we'll definitely, like, do that. But right now it's, like, really nice to just be able to do our own things independently of each other and then come back whenever we feel like the time is right. So I feel like, you know, it's an ongoing collaboration with him always. Like, we don't shut the door on that ever.
Of course. You have a lot of songs together anyway, so
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll
He's my
come together
brother.
and perform them again.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you performed here in LA Live, and then you've been doing a couple of solo shows recently. You did the Echo, then you came back and just did the Masonic,
Yes.
which was cool too.
Masonic was, like, my favorite.
Yeah, the Masonic was cool. It seems like you're incorporating more upbeat songs into your sets, kind of a balance of, you know, slow. It's becoming a really good mix.
I think I'm not so scared of, like, upbeat as I once was. Like, in my head, I always thought, like I could only ever sing sad songs. And as I'm becoming a more confident songwriter, I'm learning that that's not the case. Like, even with the Lewis the Child song, like, that's 3 years ago. If you told me, like, that I was gonna write that song, let alone sing it, I would have, like, scoffed. So I just feel like I've grown into myself and as both a person and a songwriter, and I think that shows.
But it's important you stay really true to subjects in your songwriting. You know, some are happy, some are sad, and you have to tell the story either way. Bodies is a really powerful song about personal stake in Syrian refugee crisis. How did you approach writing this song? What ways do you feel the artists and fans, can help with this problem?
Well, I approached the song initially wanting to write something really sad because that was my instinct, and I just didn't want to feel sad about it anymore. I think, like, that's anytime I have that conversation with my mom or my family or anyone outside of my family, it is always sad, and it is sad. Like, of course, what's going on there is ongoing and very traumatic to the people that go through it, but also the people's whose lives it affects around that. So I just wanted to write something that instead would, like, unify, and I just wanted to simplify it way down and just try and find what's one point, like, you know, as a human, like, what can we agree on at the very bare minimum, and it's like that we're both human, you know. And I think that's kind of what Body stemmed from. And as for, like, what people can do, I think it's important to support, like, sometimes we don't know the people that are affected in those areas, and I think it helps to talk to people whose families might be affected. So if that means talking to your neighbors who are Arab or Muslim or have family there that are affected by it, talk to them, see how you can help, see if they're sending money there monthly, and if you can contribute, or if there's a local business that's run by Arabs or Muslims, go by and just support the business. I think that's like small things that might help.
Of course.
I'm not going to sit here
counts.
and try and fix the crisis. I can't do that, but I can sit here and tell you about my family's personal experience.
Yeah, and you're telling the story, and you're sort of trying to help in your own way as well. Well, that's really cool. That's kind of what songwriting can be about, and being an artist in this world. Well, thank you again for being here. And what are some of your future goals for the year? What's going on in your release schedule? And
I'm definitely releasing music this year, which I'm excited about. And then I think I'm gonna tour again really soon.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we can't wait for that.
Thank you so much.
We love having you on this side of the coast, and please come back anytime. We're here to support you.
Will do. Thank you so much.
So yeah, thank you again, and thank you for performing as well. Yeah, thank you, WAFIA, for joining us on We Found New Music.
Thank you for having me, Grant.